Hi guys, good morning. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend and are ready for another awesome week of learning and connecting and doing some schoolwork while at home. This is our second week of distance learning, so I hope you're all ready for it. Last week, I think you guys all were super successful and you were able to complete your work, and I hope you feel successful and that you thought it was okay. I think it was a really good week. I'm ready for week 2. I'm ready to see what it brings and just to connect with you guys some more. I didn't realize how much I missed you guys until we did our meetings last week, and you guys just made me laugh and you made me smile and you made me feel like we were connecting again in our classroom, which was awesome. I know you probably all don't feel that way because some of you thought it was like the most awkward 15 minutes of your life having to video chat with me. Don't worry, it will get better. So here for week 2, there are a few changes and I want to make sure that you're all ready to be successful again this week. One big change this week is that it is a 4-day week this week. It is Easter weekend this weekend, so I hope you're ready to spend some more time with your family and maybe participate in some of your Easter traditions. And you might have to do them a little differently this year because of being at home with self-isolation or social distancing. But I think you guys will all still have an awesome Easter weekend. So that's our biggest change, is it's 4 days. You don't have to do schoolwork Friday. I'm sure you're all cheering about that right now. And then we're going to start working on our inquiry projects this week. So I'll go over that in a little bit. There's kind of 5 main things I want to get across in this video. Hopefully I can do it super clear for you, and that can make you more successful this week if you weren't super successful last week. So number 1 that I want to go over is in Google Classroom. There are a couple different ways to look at the classroom. So normally when you open the classroom, there's that bright blue banner at the top and it says Miss Harvey's classroom or grade 6-7 class, something along those lines. But if you look just above that, there's 2 main important words that I want you to remember. There is stream and there's classwork. So stream is what you're looking at right now. This is kind of like the flow of what's happening in our classroom. This is where my daily question will be posted. This is where this video will be posted. All assignments still get posted in there, but it looks a little messy. So if you go up to the top and you see classwork, that is where you can find your classwork super organized and in a folder. So the folder is called Distance Learning, April 6th to April 9th, because remember it's a 4-day week. And that is where you'll find all your assignments in a laid out, organized way. I went over this with a couple of you in your individual meetings last week, and it seemed to blow your mind a little bit. So I just wanted to tell everybody that so that you can find your work in an organized way. Along with that is there are some resources that I'm not going to repost every week because it doesn't make sense, because you can still access them even if it's from a past week. So for example, like I didn't put the exercises back up and I didn't put the math games PDF back up this week because you can find them in last week's if you want to go back to them and look at them. It's not something that you need to look at, but it is useful if you need it, if that makes sense. So this week I have added a couple more resources. Like I've added our math games Google slideshow that I finally finished, and that'll be in this week, but again I won't upload that next week, but you still have access to it to find math games that you want to play. Does that make sense? I hope so. So that's stream versus classwork. Classwork is where it's organized in folders, easy for you to see. Something that you'll notice in the folder this week that was not in the folder last week is your inquiry project rubric. And in our in our class meeting tomorrow, I will be going over how we are working on our inquiry projects this week. You're welcome to get started if you want today. You guys know your project, you know what to do, you've done it before. It's not new, we started it before spring break. So you're welcome to start that today, but if you do have questions, we will talk about it in our class meeting tomorrow. Another thing that I want to point out to you is please do not share a whole bunch of documents with me. When you do that, that floods my email and I can't find them as easily. If you use the pre-made documents that are on Google Classroom, I can see as you work, which is a lot nicer because then I can add private comments. Like if you write something super awesome on Monday, I can add a private comment and you can see it on Tuesday. Or if I see that you need to work on something, I can just add a quick comment and then you can try to fix it and work from there. That way it's also more organized for me when it comes back to marking because I can hand it back and instead you don't have to ask where your work is because it'll all be right there. So just to go over what we've talked about, please look at Stream versus Classroom, and I'm not going to re-upload things, and please don't share a whole bunch of documents with me. My email is like driving me a little nuts because there's just so many shared documents. Every day, please check in on Google Classroom by answering the question. This is just a way for me to check in, see that you are learning every day, see that you are working every day, and that you are being successful in the classroom. And that way, like if I see that you haven't checked in 3 days, maybe I need to give you a phone call and just say, hey, is everything going okay at home? Do you need help? How can I support you? Kind of thing. The questions are easy. They're usually one-word answers. It's good. It's just to see that you guys are active in our online classroom. The last thing I want to go over today is, two more things. You guys know me, I do this all the time. This week, instead of individual meetings, we will be having our small group meetings. So I've uploaded the picture of our small groups to Google Classroom. Have a look at that. On your weekly checklist, you will see what time your small group meeting is at. All the small group meetings are on Wednesday and Thursday this week, and we will be learning some math, which is so exciting because I know you all miss math class so much. So yeah, just be prepared. Small group meetings instead of individual meetings this week. Last thing I want to go over is your Friday reflection from last week. So thank you guys for answering that. That's super awesome. It gives me more of an idea of where you're at, where you want to go, and how you're feeling about our online classroom, which is super nice. So there's 3 main things that came out of your reflection. And I think these are awesome because I love all 3 of these things, and it shows me that you guys like that we do them too, which is cool. So number 1 is you guys want more class meetings, which I think is awesome because when we all get together, I feel like it brings my spirits up, it makes me happy, and it just makes me feel energized to see you guys and see that you're learning and see that we're all able to chat together even though we're now learning online. So tomorrow in our class meeting, we'll discuss that. I want to know, what does that look like to you guys? Does that mean we have 1 meeting where we just chat about life? Or does that mean we have 2 meetings a week? Or does that mean we have 3 short meetings a week? Does that mean we do lessons in our class meetings? I don't know. I want to see what you guys think. The second thing that you brought up, which I love because I think this shows that we have an awesome classroom community and that the effort that we put in to connect this year has made a difference, which is super cool. And that's that you guys want to do virtual spirit buddies. Again, I don't really know what that looks like yet. We can figure it out. But I think that'll just be so fun. So bring your ideas to our class meeting tomorrow and we'll talk about it because maybe you want me to create different groups each week that you check in with. Or maybe you want the same group to check in with. Or maybe you want to make your groups and you report out to me. Or you guys create a time and you invite me or Miss Pigeon to be part of it. It's up to you. I'm open to lots of ideas, so I think it'll be super cool. And the last thing that you guys mentioned in your I swear this video is almost over, you guys. That you mentioned in your reflection is that you want to do Genius Hour. And this doesn't surprise me at all because you have wanted to do Genius Hour all year. And yes, we will get to it. I promise we will get to it. But this week and next week, we're going to dedicate a little extra school time to finishing our inquiry projects. And then maybe we can toss in Genius Hour, which I think will be super cool because what you guys present and decide to learn about is going to be different because you're learning at home. And I think that's really cool because your individual skills can come out a lot more, I think, doing Genius Hour at home rather than trying to do it within the confines of our classroom. So, I know that was a lot to go over in the meeting. It is shorter than last week, so that's a bonus. But if you have questions, you can watch the video over and over and over again until you figure out your answers. If I don't answer your question in the video, please put a comment on this post in Google Classroom and I can answer it. And if it seems like it's a big question, I'll just give you a call and we can talk about it more. But if you don't have any questions, I hope you guys have an awesome Monday. And I will see you Tuesday for our class meeting at 10 a.m. on Zoom. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.